Hello, my friend. Welcome to the live stream number 6 on this channel. And I think you all are really stoked about the topic today because, as we all know, the keyword research tool was just released, and these past days were so crazy. Thanks for all your feedback I already got. Just a quick note for all those who are watching the replay, I will add a timestamp in the description where you can just now skip to, so you can start with the very interesting part. But until then, let me say hello to everyone. Hi Endeavoring Family, Alvin Blogs, Familie Filmer-Kanal für Kinder, hi. Wie geht's, wie steht's? SF Digital Studio, interesting, quite a few film studios here, it seems. CF Nerve, how are you doing? Narajan, you're already quite a long time waiting here. I'm glad now that we could get it started. Check It Media, how are you doing? Um, Rodney, hi. Unka Billy, you're new here, right? Welcome. Super user, nice to see you again. So, all right, low budget gaming, how are you doing? This live stream, I will answer all your questions, like open Q&A this time. We can look into the keyboard tool and do some research. I want to explain you a little bit how everything works under the hood a little bit, so you get a better idea about how the grading works, for example, how the relevancy is measured and all that stuff, so that when you're using it in the future, this tool, you can fine-tune even better which keywords to target. All right. A bit of a lag here. Check It Media. It streams looks good right now. By the way, I actually activated the low latency mode so I can interact with you faster. For example, just now I got the message "Mine is working well" from CF Nerd. It should be only a few seconds until you can see what I say compared to the chat. So I really look forward to interact with you. AB Music, welcome. How to open the tool? The keyword tool part is currently in early access. It's not officially part of the whole Morningfame tool. There is a link in the description where you can see the steps you need to take in order to get access to the tool. So yeah, I hope that helps. Correct, Narajan. Early access, so to say. Early access meaning the same like you know in games, right? Early access. It is fully functional already, so yeah, no question why you are also excited about it. But of course, I'm still working on polishing a lot of things there. I mean, some things that make the workflow smoother, helping you a little bit more to, like for example, a favorite list for keywords that you want to remember for later, stuff like this that helps you overall use the tool more smoothly and don't have to remember stuff and all that. All right. Thanks, Like a Fox. You were always such a great fan. I'm really enjoying your Twitter messages. But the more I'm happy that you say that this is changing the game. I have to say it's really something exciting for me too. I am actually really surprised how well it turned out in the end. I mean, it took months to develop, to design, and some of you might have seen the video before, where I showed you the concept of the whole tool, and a lot of those things you see there, you now see in the actual tool itself. But a lot's changed since then, and in particular this grading. Um, I invented this grading afterwards only, and I think that is, yeah, well, I mean, a cornerstone of the tool, don't you think? Hi Dan from Creator Fundamentals. I hope my part in your Christmas was a good one with the tool. Yeah, Alvin, Brian. Actually, I will explain you a little bit more. Brian's ideas went into the tool quite a lot, and all in all, made it so powerful. So it was really great to put our brains together and come up with this design of the whole tool. This made it so much more valuable. All right. Let me dive into the tool a little bit. And later, based on that, I'm happy to answer your questions. Later, I can also do a few keyword researches for your channels if you want to. So we can get a little bit of a feeling. Of course, I'm always doing examples from the YouTube advice niche, but then we could do some keyword research search for other niches as well. So I think you can learn a lot from that. Let me quickly head over. As you can imagine, I am using my keyword tool for my own channel as well now for 3 weeks already. So of course, I'm trying to get the best out of it. And for this live stream, I also use the tool. Why not use the same keyword research for live streams as well? First of all, it will help to boost the rank of the event that is posted before that. In case you don't know how to set up an event, because that has a big advantage, because you can announce it earlier and it's already up on YouTube and people can set a reminder and so on. I recently did a video about how to set it up on this channel. Just check it out. It's a complete walkthrough how to set it up, how you do the promotion announcement and so on. And so I did that. And as you can see here, I targeted YouTube keyword research tool for video SEO. Keep in mind, I used a private browsing window here. So I'm not seeing my search results from my perspective of my user. I'm logged out from YouTube. As you can see on the right, it's not my account, it's signed out. I'm not signed in. That's important because that gives you the best view of your actual ranks. If you are logged in to your own account and look up your ranks in search there, it's skewed towards your own videos are ranking higher than they usually do for other people. So that's very important. And by the way, the keyword tool always acts like you're not signed in to YouTube to give you the most precise rankings there are, and not sugarcoating it. And yesterday, after I set up the event for this live stream, I already ranked for this keyword 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here, you see this. This is an old tab. I didn't refresh it. It's from yesterday. This morning, an hour earlier, I ranked 4, 5, 6. And now 5 minutes before the stream, it's number 3. Incredible. I mean, there is not 100% guarantee, but I'm excited about that as well. And let me show you how that looked when I did the research. Here, this is still the search tab from yesterday before I created the event. I kept it open for you to show. And I, of course, researched different keywords here. And as you can imagine, it's about keyword research, and keyword research is a very competitive term, right? So many other big YouTube advice channels already talked about that. And so me with below 1,000 subscribers, I have no chance to compete with all of them. So I have to be creative about the keyword that I'm targeting to find something that is not taken already by the competition. And I was happy to find this YouTube keyword research tool for video SEO, which is a search term that does indeed show up in the suggestions. Here, as you can see, that's a very important part. If you look up a search term, you should always look into the search bar suggestions, as you have here, to see if though this term shows up. Because this basically gives you the guarantee that people are actually using this search term in their searches. If it does not show up in the search suggestions, then it's likely that the search term is rarely used. And even if you would rank there high, it would be no use, because if no one is searching that, then there is no search traffic and no views to gain from that. So this is one important cornerstone. This is not a highly frequented keyword anymore. I mean, just YouTube keyword research tool is much more commonly used, of course. But I'm happy to find at least something that is working for a small channel like mine. And what I looked at here is those grades. And what I usually aim for is having Ds here for the first three metrics. I certainly took a gamble with the F here. So I'm not sure how this will work out in the end when the replay is up and ranking. And of course, ideally, a very high grade for relevancy, because that's the competing edge we small YouTubers can get. And yeah, as it seems, it's working pretty good so far. So yeah, a good start. But before I go into more details about how the ranks worked, the grades work, and all that, let me quickly check the chat for your questions. All right, you are talking about how to access the keyword research tool. There is a link in the description. If you don't have access yet, that's explained how you get access. Actually, some people asked why you have to pay for a subscription before. I'm sorry, my hands are tied here. It's actually the case that the seats I have available for this keyword tool, in the end, for technical reasons that are not in my hands actually, but anyway, the seats are limited, so I have to reserve them for people who have a subscription. And as it seems, unfortunately, the seats are running out. We are more than halfway through the available seats. So if you want to get one, yeah, it's not urgent yet, but yeah, consider it soon. Yeah, I want to become a millionaire. Yeah, I scrapped that dream for good a long time ago. Um, all right, hi DG2K187, welcome. I'm not doing reviews today. This time I'm looking into keyword research with the new keyword research tool. Sorry, pal, but maybe next stream on the first Saturday of February. No skill required. Sorry, that's the case, yes. But you find a coupon code that makes your first payment cheaper, and feel free to cancel the subscription afterwards. So I'm not here to screw you over. All right. Sangram Gupta, welcome. That's a good question. How can unique content grow because it doesn't have any search traffic? There's really a unique distinction to make. Keyword research is very powerful for one particular kind of video, but not for the others. If you have unique content that has never been out there, no one is searching for that. So if there is no search traffic, you can't tap into that, right? So if you're really cutting edge in the topics you cover and all that stuff, there are other ways you need to go for. In particular, just a long story short, you have a active subscriber base. That subscriber base watches your video because it's excited about everything you do. They have a connection to you, so they will watch your video. This way, YouTube will recognize this is a very valuable video, and then hopefully it will see a connection between your unique video and related videos, so you get traffic through suggested video. That said, keyword research itself, of course, can help you with the metadata to make the relation to similar videos through the tags that suggest YouTube to understand its video topic. But most of the time, if you do keyword research, it's all about covering topics that are evergreen, people are always interested about. For example, how to tie a tie, how to grow on YouTube, how to change the tire at your car, something people are searching because they have the need. The idea of keyword research is that you look up what people are searching for and create a video particularly for that topic to, for example, answer their question they had in the case for how to change the tire at your car. Also, if there are some trends, for example, it is not always about the fidget spinner or stuff like this. It's smaller trends even. For example, I often talk about games or books. If a book award took place, or a movie award took place, or if a new version of a game was just released, that is kind of a small trend in this particular niche. If you do gaming, you look at new game releases. If you do a booktuber, you look at new book releases or book awards, and that will create a trend within your niche. And of course, the idea is then based on the top awarded books. For example, if you had a book award just coming up, you do a video about the top books and then optimize your video in order to catch the traffic, that is the search traffic that is suddenly spiking because of the book awards. It's kind of a little bit like on the stock market. You predict what people will be searching for, and there are I bet in most niches there are certain events like those book awards or game releases, stuff like this, that allow you to predict, all right, no question, people will be start searching for that. Of course, you have to act fast at that point because large channels do that as well. If a new game is released, of course, other larger gaming channels will cover it as well. So for small gaming channels, it's a good idea to focus on indie game releases rather than AAA game releases. For movie review channels, it's better to focus on smaller local movie awards rather than the Oscars, for example, because Oscars will be certainly covered by the big movie review channels. Good question, Sangam. Which grows fast, unique content versus keyword content? It really depends. In the end, it's actually, you have to think like this. Um, uh, there are two, in my opinion, there are two things to bootstrap the success of your videos. The first thing is keyword research and driving your first views through search. And the second thing is your subscribers. Yeah. For example, vlogs do that most of the times because they are very much about their subscribers. And then if they do a new vlog episode, their active subscribers will watch it and they drive the initial traffic. But both approaches don't get successful alone by search or by their subscribers. Both eventually, if they succeed in the first step of driving initial views, they both go and drive the major part of their views through suggested videos. That is the biggest promotion engine on YouTube, I would say. Suggested videos and home, let's say. The home screen. It depends on how you approach in initiating the success of your videos. AB Music is asking, Sir, I'm ranking well for the term WhatsApp status videos, but I have another passion, but I only get views on status videos. So what to do? I want to get views on my passion, singing videos. I see. I think just Alvin Blogs just mentioned it to Sangam's question before. In the end, it's really about your audience. Yeah, what your audience likes. And that is also the reason why the basic part of Morningfame is focusing so much on the video topic, as showing you which video topics work best with your audience. For those who are quite new to Morningfame, let me quickly show to you what I mean by the topic and how Morningfame helps you with that. Here, if you have the strategy tab here in the general part of Morningfame, you see these sections create more of these videos that work particularly well with your audience, and it's a good idea to do more of those. Apparently, as you can see here, my audience, you guys, are interested in the keyword tool, and I'm really happy that all of you are tuning into this live stream as well. That also shows again how much you are interested in keyword research. And channel reviews, the YouTube algorithm, and of course tags. It's kind of a common theme. It's kind of for example, let's contrast it to things that didn't work on my channel, and I probably shouldn't do again on my here. I did some tutorial, some thoughts, basically a study I did on closed caption. They didn't address your broader interests, that they were very specific on what I was talking about. Some people enjoyed it, but many of you guys didn't really the topic didn't catch you, and you probably just by looking at the thumbnail you said like, oh, I will skip this video this time. Maybe next week Nico will publish a better video. So the topic is very important, and I think the main ingredient of figuring out what your audience likes, and that in the end is really important. Whatever you do, think about your audience. Yeah, and there is a really it is a balance to make. Yeah, if you just say like you do videos about WhatsApp and how you can use it, tutorials, it seems you do, right? then your audience is interested in WhatsApp. Yeah, but if you want to do something different, what you like, singing videos, this certainly, I can almost guarantee you that your WhatsApp audience won't like it. Yeah, so I would recommend to you, don't add those videos to your channel. I mean, I don't want to say no, right? But think about your audience. If you want to do a singing channel, yeah, no question, it's a really good idea to do a channel about that, because certainly on YouTube you will find many people who are interested in that. Yeah. But your current audience is not that audience. Maybe a small portion of those people would be interested in your singing videos as well. But it's most of those people are interested in your WhatsApp videos. So if you want to do a singing video channel, then maybe start a new one where you just focus on singing videos, so that on that channel you can actually find the audience that matches the topic you're passionate about. Yeah, it's always, you have always two different options: doing videos that your audience likes, or finding the audience that your video likes, that likes your videos. Yeah, but the more you are into growing your channels, the bigger your channel already is, the more you are stuck with the rough topic your channel is about, because you caught the audience that is interested in that topic. So it will be getting more and more difficult to change the direction of your channel the more you grow. So that is also why I usually recommend experiment early on, because at that point, if you make a too big of a direction change, which will lose your subscribers, it's not that big of a deal yet, because you didn't have too many anyway to begin with. By the way, hi Andreas, wie geht's, wie steht's? All right, thanks for your support, Rakim, and enjoy. Harley, how are you doing? I wonder if the difference between the more of these and don't do these sections has to do with highly searched terms, the first, and things that are more commonly driven, the latter. A good, very good question. It's a mix of all. Um, in order to make a video successful, it's the topic, it's your subscribers, it's the search optimization, it's basically everything. So that means, in particular, if you have this section here, create more of these videos worked really well on your channel in all regards. For some reason, for example, I know from this video here, keyword research tool concept I did 3 months ago, this one doubled my views from what I usually had on my channel at that time. And that was certainly a large portion from search. And obviously I did a good job at keyword research. So on that front, I did a good job. And of course, people were interested in that. Anyway, I can talk a little bit about how this success came to happen. But in any way, overall, all the factors that go in worked well here. And certainly the topic is at its core, right? That's what I truly believe at that point. So here you can safely say doing similar videos again is a good idea. If you look at those instead of these, try something new. Don't take what Morningfame's here as like the last word. This tool is stupid, right? I mean, it's no intelligence inside there. So there might be multiple reasons why that video didn't work. I think at the core it's about the video ideas. So I'm always rethinking the video ideas I did in those videos. But it could have also other reasons. I didn't do proper keyword research. I could have done a very similar topic, just a little bit from a different perspective, and then suddenly people get it and are excited about it. Multiple reasons. So it's food for thought, right? I would consider it that way. Hi Sangeta, I'm glad you made it after all. Hi David, Dorian. I haven't been sure what it was that was so popular in my do more of those videos. This takes a little bit of thinking to understand why it works that way. That's like the last mile you have to do there. Of course, the tool has no intelligence, so I hope you can figure it out in some way. But in the end, check back a week after week. This list will change, and after some time, you might get an idea what the commonality of all those videos might be, the topic behind it that your people are really interested. And in particular, I add to this decision process to understand which topics work best for my audience. And what I read from all you in my comments. This is an important additional like information to understand what you guys are really getting excited about. CF Nerve, I would like to ask, I went through 20 of my recently already released videos and reworked all the metadata to hopefully boost these videos. How long should it take to see a difference? That is a really good question. Perfect that you did it with 20 videos. I think you will get a few videos that really revive again. How old are they, by the way? Are they, you said like the recent videos you just did in the past weeks, right? Track it. I really, sorry, I can't say yet. That's also part of the early access to understand how the effects work out in the end. I hope you will see some results quite soon. I think, all right, within today and the past 2 months. My tip to you, by the way, is don't optimize the metadata of a video that is quite young yet. It's usually best to keep it untouched, to not maybe screw up what YouTube learned about your video right in the beginning. You could lose a little bit of velocity. Optimizing the metadata of older videos is more useful if you have like a video that was already successful and you want to push it a little further. So one that is a month old or 2 months old would work fine. I look forward. CJ Nerve, by the way, if you didn't join the Facebook group for early access members, it's Morningfame Early Access Facebook group. I would really look forward to hear what you learned from your experiment of optimizing those 20 videos. And yeah, fingers crossed that you get good results from that. I think the live analytics on YouTube will help you to understand if you drive more views nowadays for your optimized Videos. Hi Sepp sagt, wie geht's, wie steht's? All right, let's go into a little bit of detail for the how the ranking works. Okay, all right. here, let me, yeah, now I clicked the wrong. All right, here we go. Here I have an example of a video I did long ago, actually, but in any way, this is something a video where I just told people to head over to Dan's channel because he started to do channel reviews. In any way, I did some keyword research back then, not with the tool, but since it didn't exist yet. But this is now what it's showing up today. Get your channel reviewed was the target keyword I used. And when I do keyword research, I'm looking for the first 3 metrics: subscribers, views, likes, and comments, to at least get Ds for those metrics. This is a very important part here, in my opinion, because it ties into the gateway video. Let me shortly explain you what the gateway video is all about, because I think this is a really core concept here. But in any way, for relevancy, this is particular, as you learned in Brian G's video a few days back that introduced this keyword tool. This is your competitive edge, especially small channels can utilize to rank with the big channels. The grading you have here is basically the difference you can make between, let me scroll a little bit, the average in the search results. Yeah, that means the average here is the relevancy all the videos in the top 20 results got for this keyword. And as you can see, it's quite low with 25%. So if you make a video that has 100% relevancy, like the metadata is completely optimized for this target keyword, get your channel reviewed, then you have like a 75% gap. And that certainly is a grading here, and ability for you to like make up for your otherwise weaker channel authority. Channel authority being your actual power of how high you can rank in search, with considering the amount of subscribers you have, the views you usually drive, and so on. So let me explain you a little bit. As you can see before, for this live stream, I took a gamble. Yeah, for this live stream, this other search term I targeted, I took a gamble with the F here. Ideally, to significantly improve the odds of your chance to actually rank in the end with your video, it's a good idea to have at least Ds here. Having Ds is already good. Yeah, in school I would say a D is not a very good grade, but it's a pass, and all you want to have is a pass. You want to rank in the search results, hopefully high. But in any way, the Ds give you a higher chance to actually rank in the end, because it's tied into the gateway video. As you can see, the gateway video here has the same amount of subscribers as I have, coincidentally, because my video is actually the gateway video, so no wonder that the number is the same. But in any way, you're having at least as many subscribers as the gateway video. I have more views usually than the gateway video, and more likes than the gateway video. The more you have here, the higher the grade will get. If you have nearly as much as the average on in these search results, you will get an A, by the way. That's how the grading works here. But having a D means you are on your channel Yeah, your average metrics you have on your channel, subscriber count, views, likes, and comments, are better, a little bit better than the gateway video. And having that is a very crucial part in doing keyword research. The gateway video is actually something that Brian G identified. That's an idea that is coming from him, and I'm so happy about that, because incorporating that into the tool is, for me personally, a total game changer. Because if you look at the search results, yeah, you see here video creators, for example, of course, more than 250,000 subscribers, thus driving thousands of views usually, and along with that, a lot of likes and so on. Oftentimes, if you look at those search results, you have videos that far outpace your own channel, especially if you're a small channel. If you are a big channel like video creators here, you are starting to play a different game, right? Then it's all about understanding which keywords drive the most traffic, because you can rank anyway. You have so much ranking authority. But for us smaller channels, and that is why also Brian G is teaching that quite a lot. He is, for me, a very big channel, but for him, with 25,000 subscribers currently, it's also, for example, very important to understand that you have to somehow find a competing edge for your channel in order to be able to rank. It's not just that you can rank for just anything. It's not the case at that point yet. Maybe at 100,000 subscribers, this game changes a little bit. But before that, you have to look closely, and seeing this gateway video makes really a difference, because usually you find videos that rank that are very powerful in the channel authority they exercise in order to rank here. Roberto Blake, very big channel, right? I mean, I'm tiny compared to him. And so are the other results. And that, of course, you can see in the averages. 100K subscribers on average, several thousand views on average, and so on. But the gateway video is a very special one you most of the time find in all the search results you're analyzing, except a few maybe. For example, how to make slime, right? Or back then, the fidget spinners and all that. That's just hogged all together by just small channels. That's kind of crazy there. But usually you find a video that is much lower in subscribers, in views, in likes and comments than the other videos that rank there. And you might wonder, how did this video achieve in ranking with those big shots? How did it do it? And the answer is this. And that's why the gateway video is so important. Because look at this. In this case, I am the gateway video. And this is actually the holy grail for small channels. Excuse me. The holy grail for small channels to achieve. Becoming the gateway video means that you are ranking with the big shots. Although you are very small, you with the ratio between what you can achieve and what you achieved actually in ranking is the best you can get by getting the gateway video yourself. I'm not really clear there, I'm afraid. In any way, the reason is this. Look at that. Video creators. Tim, really great channel, by the way, enjoying his advice a lot. He didn't actually target the keyword get your channel reviewed like I did. He targeted get your YouTube channel reviewed. 50 spots available, that's just an addition in his title. he intended to target the keyword "get your YouTube channel reviewed." Let's quickly look that up. Get your YouTube channel reviewed. Yeah, and I bet he is ranking first for that one. Let's see. No, actually not. Think Medium, Roberto Blake are ranking there. So let's see. Ha! Bad example. Bad example. Did I miss this video? No, I didn't. I'm sorry. Okay. This is get your YouTube channel reviewed. Is actually a very competitive search term, so it's even hard for Tim Schmoyer to rank there. So that was an unlucky example. But in any way, get your how to get your channel reviewed. I searched different search term. I was wondering here. Okay, get your channel reviewed. Here we go, back to this one. He actually targeted a different search term than get your channel reviewed. So if you look at that, every channel has certain ranking authority to exercise when publishing a video. And it's kind of like a roulette table, I think, right? You have those chips, you can invest your money, and you can put them on different numbers. Different numbers would be, in this case, the search terms you are targeting with your video. And certainly, the most chips you invest into your bet on the roulette table is the search term, the target keyword you're using in your title. And this means Tim Schmoyer put most of his chips on get your YouTube channel reviewed. Yeah. So the remaining chips he has in channel authority, the ranking power he exercises for similar related search terms, are spread kind of evenly with tags. You can kind of say like a little bit more of the chips you put on these search terms, right? And not the other ones. But in any way, most of this channel authority, ranking power, is exercised on different search terms. So what he has left for the search term get your channel reviewed is not as much anymore. The same for Roberto Blake's video below me. He didn't exercise most of his ranking power for this search term. He exercised it for other search terms. But since Tim Schmoyer and Roberto are both very large channels, have a lot of ranking authority, they are ranking anyway with the remaining chips they invested on this related search term here, right? So now I come into play with this tiny channel I have, right? I don't have many chips to put on the roulette table to invest into exercising my ranking power, because with so few subscribers I have compared to them, I don't have the power to rank. But I put all my chips, all that I have, on get your channel reviewed. And with that, I'm able to compete. My video certainly is not ranking a lot anymore for other search terms because I've invested all my chips, most of my chips, they are not many anyway, onto get your channel reviewed. So there's nothing left for me for ranking power for other search terms, but at least I'm ranking here. And that is my foot in the door, right? Getting views through those. Okay. I hope this makes a little bit of sense, but kind of a small caveat, unfortunately. Get your channel reviewed is a bad search term to begin with. That's also the reason why I just got 150 views. This is not a search term many people are searching for. Back then, I didn't analyze too much ago, 8 months ago. I didn't have too much of a clue what I have to look for. Get your channel reviewed is a very uncommon search term. This is how you find out whether a search term is common enough that it actually is able to drive you traffic. You type it into the search bar, and the suggestions are very important. Get your channel. All right, let's see what we have here. Get your channel noticed, found in search, 250,000, started, on the board, and then some how-to examples. So get your channel reviewed doesn't show up here. Yeah, obviously, apparently people are not using this. If I would have used get your channel noticed, yeah, this would be a different game. Get your channel noticed is a search term that certainly more people use, and unfortunately, as we can already see here, I get bad grades because the competition is much more fierce. Because of course, I mean, it's a search term that more people use, and many more channels want to target that. Yeah, think media, video creators. They all they didn't actually target this exact search term. Let me check. It's interested. Yeah, a variation is site build, a very nice YouTube advice channel as well. So this one is much more frequented and would be more attractive to use for keyword research. But anyway, it would be a real gamble for me to try to target this search term because I have ease here all over the place. I wouldn't be sure if that would be a good idea to target to begin with because my channel is still very small for that. But anyway, I mean, why not taking a gamble, right? It would be, the odds would be quite low, but you know, at least the relevancy could be very high. So I'm not sure, right? But I could, of course, at least try. All right. That was my long monologue about how those rankings, the grades, and the gateway video work. Enjoy, Rakim. Happy New Year, Beirut. I hope so much great things come from 2018 for all of us. All right, thanks Rodney for helping out Rakim. Hi, Mr. Sharp. How are you doing? Thanks. That was clear enough. All right. Any questions? Super user long tags and descriptions help loads. That is true. Let me show you for this live stream. As I said in the beginning, I targeted YouTube keyword research tool for SEO, and this is what I did in the optimize tab. This is the target keyword, and of course I used the exact search term here, but as you say, having this search term reappear, this target keyword reappear in the description here, that's the actual description that I used, is really good. And that's why also the tool here all the time marks the words that are in your target keywords as yellow, so you have a better understanding of how well you're using that. And as you can see, I got a 91% relevancy here. So I did good. Here are the tags, by the way. Most of them I was happy to see that they were pre-filled automatically, but I added a few like my channel tags and so on. And long tail keywords always are a good idea, as long as they are not too long and they are too uncommon. Yeah. And this is, by the way, where this green check comes in. What is a good idea is to have a target keyword. This one at the top here. By the way, I realized that I should introduce this green check here for the target keyword as well, to have this analysis for the target keyword as well that I will do shortly. At this point, I have it for the tags. And what this green check means is that this search term appears in the search results. Here, let's give this example. How to do keyword research. If I type in how to do keyword, as you can see here as the first match, you can already see in the search results how to do keyword research popping up. So because, and that is very core idea here, these suggestions YouTube is using here to show us, to help us do the search on YouTube, are based on which search terms are commonly used by users. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense for YouTube to suggest a search term that no one is using, right? It is suggesting those search terms that other people use as well and work well for them. So seeing our keyword showing up in those suggestions means there is a certain minimum of interest, a common, this search term is commonly used by people. So what Morningfame does here, it's typing into the search bar for you this search term and looks if it is also suggested. So that's why the green check is here. Morningfame, for example, if we type in morning, yeah, you see here, I mean, there are all kinds of different things, but certainly not Morningfame. I mean, it's no question who searches that. Morningfame is only known to a few people. That doesn't make it this common search term yet. So that's why it got a gray cross. And as you can see here, if you take those search terms and make them too long, I chose to do that anyway because I think that is maybe a search term that people will use in the future. Yeah. 2018 tags in the YouTube advice niche are started, everyone starts to use them because we all hope that people will be using that in the coming month. So that will become a common search term, but at that point it's not one. It's just too long tail at that point. So actually it would be otherwise a good idea to not use this tag in your description. But as you can see, these are quite long tail here already, and they are found in the suggestions, search bar suggestions. So these are a good help to have in your metadata. All right, do you have some questions? Super user, yeah, very good point. It's important to also say in the closed captions the keywords that you're targeting, because that's certainly adding to YouTube's like overall understanding what your video is about. So it's very important to speak about that as well. I mean, we in the YouTube advice niche, we do that all the time, right? So it's a no-brainer to do. In other niches, you can do the same, of course. I mean, I always say, for example, in the gaming area, if you do Let's Plays, for example, I mean, how much do you talk there? You play the game, you talk with your subscribers, what they commented last week or something like that. You make a conversation, right? It's not necessarily like in how-to videos where you are prone to naturally mention those keywords already if you're talking about doing the how-to video. But in a gaming video, you could talk about which player you're using, which map you are playing in the beginning, and so on. So as an introduction, would be also interesting to hear for the viewers. I mean, it can't hurt at that point. although they might already know what game you play, what map you're using, because they are fans of the same game as well, right? But certainly it's an opportunity that you can speak that out in the beginning, and then it goes into the closed captions that are automatically generated by YouTube, and that will add to the pool of your of YouTube's understanding what your video is about, and that certainly helps YouTube as well to position your video in the right search results. Same, by the way, it goes for the comments you get below the videos. They influence that as well. They are not in your hands, unfortunately, but they also add to that. For example, one thing that I experienced myself on my channel, I did a video about how to do tags, how to find tags for your video. And someone asked in the comments about, all right, tags good, but how about the title? Yeah, and so asked me whether I can do a video about that. And suddenly I got search traffic. The analytics showed me that search terms are about how to make the right title. I can't remember the exact search term, but those search these search terms drove me actual views suddenly. Even though I never talked about the title in the video, I didn't, of course, use it in the description or the tags. It's just because of the comment I got. So that's also a factor, and also a reason why you should engage with your audience in the comments, because that helps you to add to the pool of YouTube understanding your video topic. Frohes Neues, Ani. All right, AB Music. If we upload someone's cover songs, can they give us a copyright strike from the cover artist? I mean, song isn't theirs also. Be very careful about copyright. Only use your own material. I'm not sure if there is a mechanism in place for them to be able to, but I'm pretty much, I mean, I don't know the details, but most likely they can, yes, and legally don't upload other people's music, certainly. The only way you can actually legally upload cover songs is if you sing them yourselves. So yeah, be careful about copyright. And certainly getting some strikes is not fun, because then your account, I think after three strikes, your account gets closed and you lost everything. So be a good citizen. SF Digital Studio, that's a very good question about the search volume for the keywords. This is a very important part. I will certainly do a video about that in the future, because I bet many of you guys are asking the same questions. It is actually really surprising to me. When I started out designing this tool, I, of course, wanted to do something similar we know from other tools. But it turns out actually that measuring the competition of a search term is really complicated, but doable. Measuring the search volume of a search term is not possible at all. It's just not possible. And I decided to not go the route to show you a measurement that will, in the end, after all, I'm sorry, mislead you. Yeah. So you do decisions based on a search traffic measurement that could be completely off. Yeah. So I didn't want to do that, but instead I thought about alternative ways how to do that. And the tool actually has two different ways how to estimate the traffic volume you'll get in the keyword you will be targeting. And the first one is actually those green checks and the gray checks. Yeah, it is also the reason why you are getting that in the keyword tab at the point where, yeah, let's just use this one. Oh, I see that was the wrong window. Anyway, all right, here in the second step, when you choose the target keyword, yeah, that is why we have these green checks here as well, which means keyword found in search bar suggestions. Just a few minutes earlier, I already talked about that. Basically meaning that this search term is showing up in the search bar suggestions. And as you can see, for example, YouTube keywords does not show up. Here you would YouTube keyword research tools as well. For example, if we look at that YouTube keyword research tools, let's go over to the search bar, YouTube keyword research. Okay, and you can see here it's research tool without an S. Yeah, that's the search term people are using, and that's the search term you should consider targeting instead of the other one that doesn't appear. This is kind of a small difference, but it analyzes it for all the other search terms as well. And a long story short, if a search term is showing up in the search bar suggestions, that means this search term is commonly used by people. This search term is driving traffic to the videos that appear in those search results. So if you are targeting a search term that has a green check, yeah, use that as your target keyword, then you can be quite sure that it has at least a certain amount of search traffic that will come to your video. Assuming, of course, you rank high enough, so most of the people are actually clicking your videos. I mean, you can tell it's a complicated topic, but that's why it's included here. Focus on targeting keywords that have a green check to ensure you don't target a keyword where you will rank number 1 or number 2 and then you won't get any views because no one is searching that. That's the important part. Okay, and that's basically everything small channels in particular have to take care of. Because once this is a keyword that shows up in the search bar suggestions, you can say it has enough search volume for a small channel to be happy about that. But if you want to go deeper into that and really have a better understanding of how much search volume you will be able to tap into, then have a look at this views metric, the views bar here. What you can see here is the average amount of views the videos in the search results get. Now, the complicated part, and really that's where it's starting to get so complicated in the end, that this is the reason why measuring the search traffic is impossible. But in any way, if you compare different search terms, keywords, target keywords you selected, and you want to see which one works, would be more, would drive likely more views for you in the end, then look at the views. First of all, the average gives you a good idea how high it would be. The higher, the better, of course. But there's the caveat. Those videos you see in the search results don't all get their views just from this search term. Yeah, this search term here. They get it through other search terms, they get it through suggested videos, through their subscribers, and so on. So it's now hard to tell how much of the search of the views actually came from people searching this search term. And what you can do here is to get a better understanding is to look at the gateway video. Because as I explained you earlier, the gateway video is one of a channel that is quite still quite small. And for that reason, it was only able to rank here, as in this case, even in the first place, because it focused all its ranking power on this search term. Excuse me. And as you can see, it actually used the full keyword in the title. And judging from that, we can say that PM Digital Marketing actually also intended to target this search term. So this channel is using all its ranking power to show up in these results. And that also means that this video most likely doesn't show up for other search terms because this is a small channel. This doesn't have a lot of ranking power, so it can't spread its ranking power across many different search terms. It has to focus all its ranking power onto one search term, which is in this case YouTube keyword research tool for video SEO. So we can say that this video has most of its views, first from the subscribers and second from this search term. So looking at the number you have here in the views, from the gateway video, gives you an understanding of what you most likely, if you rank high for this search term, can expect to get from this targeting this target keyword, roughly on the lower end. The average here at the top is the higher end, I would say, and the gateway video is the lower end. So if you target this search term, you will get search traffic somewhere in between here. It's hard to tell. It's too complex to actually really tell. But if you compare two target keywords that you decided work well for your video, and you can't say which one you should choose in the end, well then you can compare the numbers you see here in the views and choose the one that has the better like bracket from lower end to higher end in the traffic volume, as it says here even. All right, I hope this answers your question. Thanks, Rodney, for helping out with that. It's unfortunately a little complicated to get access to this tool, as it's, as you say, still in early access. SF Digital Studios, you're asking about ranking on Google. I can tell you that if you rank well on YouTube, you have a high chance to rank well on Google as well. But this is like, I think, much more to it even to rank on Google. I don't have, unfortunately, the knowledge to answer your question right now. But I would say it like this. The competition on Google is even more fierce. And considering that YouTube is the second largest search engine, focusing your optimization on ranking high on YouTube is always a good idea, because that's driving you a lot of views, all that outreach already. Whatever you learn about how to rank on Google, I would, in my opinion, not change the strategy you learned for YouTube itself. You can add to it a little bit, but don't change it because tapping into YouTube's promotion engine is so powerful that it would be bad if you optimize for Google and with that lose a little bit of ranking power on YouTube, because in the end the searches on YouTube are worth more. I would consider this fact that if someone searches on Google, they are not always, oftentimes not inclined to watch a video because that takes more time to get the information they need. Just quickly clicking on a blog article, for example, and there searching through the text in order to find the answer is much more quicker. So it depends on what content you do. For example, an exception would be I recently started playing a new game, and I wanted to look up a strategy, how to use a certain item in the game. And at that point, I used Google because there are forums which answered my questions, but also there are a lot of YouTube gaming videos, of course, that answer the questions as well. So in this case, I found out that the blog articles didn't really answer my question. And I went over and clicked on the videos that appeared in the Google search results as a second step, so to say. That's my personal experience. Anyway, maybe in a year I can tell you more about that once my knowledge expands on that as well. All right. Thanks, Mr. Sharp. My pleasure. All right. Any other questions? Should we? What we could do is we could do a keyword research for someone of you, as an example. Who would like to? In the meantime, Alvin blogs what I have planned for Morningfame. Well, of course, extending the keyword tool, making it more smooth, some abilities to better handle bookmark tags and so on. So the experience gets much more smoother. And then, of course, what later in the keyword tool will come is direct support for optimizing old videos. Currently, you can already do that, right? But it's not really, the process is more tailored towards doing keyword research for videos you will do in the future. And I certainly would like to do make it more smooth for this process as well. And then let's see. I have some few ideas, but that's more longer down the road. Certainly the main focus right now and in the coming month is the keyword research tool. So, all right, let's say a random number 6 who said 1, 2, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Draw for kids the easy and cute way. All right. Let's do your channel as an example. I won't go. Sorry guys, I won't go through all of you. I frankly don't have the time to do it. I want to use one example now to give you for once an example that is not in the YouTube advice niche, because obviously, I mean, all the examples are from my channel, and that's all about YouTube advice. Let me check. All right. I'm looking you up right now. What draw for kids the easy cute way? What would be the topic you would be interested in searching for? Let me know in the comments so we can look at that. So where do we have that? All right, here we go. I just opened up your keyword research tool. All right, perfect. How to draw a unicorn. Awesome. That's certainly something that small kids like, right? All right. As we can see, 39 subscribers. You're a small channel, so that's a great challenge. Let's start here, right? It's all about the video topic and how to draw a unicorn. I would say that is most likely a very competitive keyword already. Here we go. It's now going into step 2, where we can choose a target keyword. The first idea usually is not the one that will be working for the channel. Let's quickly go to the search. As you can see, yeah, as I expected. Oh, sorry, do you see sorry, you don't see the browser. Okay, I just typed in here at the beginning how to draw a unicorn. It's suggesting keywords here, but just to show you this first idea, like it's always usually for me too, it's us small channel, when we use this most common search term, it's like F's all over the place. So it would be like a lost cause to rank here. As you can see, even the gateway video has 10K subscribers nearly already. So you just can't compete, right? So the idea is that you use a different keyword that is similar in the topic, so you can do a video about it, but it's less competitive. So let's look up here. The first result in the search term uses those search terms, but those are, I think, very common. The most powerful part, I think, in this case, is this section here. For big channels, common keywords are a good idea to target because they can compete with the big shots. But for a small channel like you, I recommend you look into the uncommon keywords. They are used by videos that are ranking for this search term, but not very often, and that might inspire you to use something that works for your channel. Drawing lesson for kids. How to draw a cartoon unicorn. That's unfortunately not coming up in the search results, so search bar suggestions. So that would be probably not a good idea to target. That's really a good example. How to draw a unicorn step by step. That's a long tail keyword that is used. That's coming up in the search bar suggestion, but at the same time uncommonly used. Let's check that out. I mean, maybe, as you can see, D for subscribers, that's already looking better. But still, for views, FF, it would be a gamble to target that one, yeah? But, I mean, you could always think about, you do a video about that now, really do a good job of that, and make it really smooth, like your best work. And then later down the road, in a few months, once your channel grew bigger, this video will probably take off then, once you have more ranking authority, and virtually speaking, those grades would go up then. But in any way, let's see if we can find a keyword that is even better. How to draw step by step easy. That's not about a unicorn. Draw lessons for kid. Draw a cartoon unicorn is kind of cartoon unicorn seems to be how to draw a unicorn with pencils. Is there something like this? Did you, Mr. Sharp, did you see that somewhere here in the suggestions? But anyway, if I just didn't spot it, how to draw let's try that one. Use with a pencil. Yeah, here with a pen, with a pencil. Let's do this one. This is showing up more at the top, so that has more likely more people searching that search term. So let's check this one. Oh, and that is again more competitive. Let's see with the word unicorn. I think that is probably a different topic already. Maybe some product that's also with that is, let's try this one. Ha, okay. Yeah, sometimes it's really about searching something, especially the smaller you are, the more complicated it gets. Yeah, let's go ahead and use this one, even though that certainly would be a gamble, at least for the subscribers. Let's see here where the gateway video is. It's at place 11. That would basically, if you rank at place 11, that would be not driving too much of the search traffic, unfortunately. I always think like the first few search terms are usually the ones that get the most search traffic. So it's very important to find a keyword that where you actually have the chance to rank at the top spots. This is not ideal, but for the sake of time, it would be let's target that one anyway. And I have to say, in one aspect, it's not too bad, because as you can see here, you could get an A for relevancy. And that gives you a competing edge. Look at that. This video is targeting how to draw a unicorn emoji easy, or how to draw a unicorn. It's not really targeting this how to draw a unicorn step-by-step keyword. So as you can see, for all of those as well, they are not really directly targeting this keyword. This one is at place 4. This one is as well, as you can see, and a third one, but everyone else is targeting slightly different search terms. So you can get a competing edge. Since you have these bad grades here, the odds are not the best ones, but at least for the relevancy, you can make up bad grades a little bit. And a D, having a D for subscribers is certainly good as well. Harley, yeah, that's true. E's and F's, Brian G achieved that, making it up with relevancy. But you have to think about it. It's all about chances. Yeah. And especially for a small channel, taking the chance with these bad grades, especially if you have it even for subscribers, then the chances are already quite low. In hindsight, there are exceptions to the rule, but if you want to really improve your chances, try to get at least these here. This one is already a gamble, but I mean, it's I would say it's not a lost cause. It's worth trying out. And by the way, Draw for Kids, if you really want to do a video about that, I would really look forward to hearing your results. In any way, let's go over and take that as a target keyword. Of course, you would want to use the exact title at a target keyword in the title to improve your chances to get a competing edge through your through the relevancy as much as you can. Of course, you can change the capitalization and so on. That doesn't make a difference. I just leave it as that. And then in the description, you should repeat that search term. But don't go overboard. Yeah, YouTube doesn't like it if you just spam it with all the different keywords that is where the tags are coming in. Here, let me be a little bit creative so it's actually a text that people can read. Let me show you how to draw a unicorn. And ideally, of course, step by step, you have the full search term. As you can see, it's highlighted as the full search term in bright yellow and bold letters. Let's use all the colors of the rainbow. Let me know in the comments which favorite color your unicorn likes the most. Which color your unicorn likes the most. So we have unicorn in the text now as well. In any way, well, as you can see, we already have a relevancy grade of C. The title is optimized, the description is optimized, of course. Usually you would add a little bit more, but it's already looking good. And now we go to the tags to improve the relevancy grade even more. Of course, you start out with a lower one at the point where you don't have optimized your metadata yet, but if you optimize it perfectly, as you can see here, you can potentially go to an A grade. So let's do that. We have small search terms. I don't like so much these single word search terms. They don't really help here, so I X them out. Draw, let's leave that because it's part of the search term and we have a lot of space anyway. You can, by the way, track how many characters you already used to make sure that they fit in the space. YouTube allows you for that. Art for kids is a search term that doesn't show up in the search bar suggestions. So this is also not a tag that really helps you with your video because no one is searching that search term anyway. So let's X that out. Easy drawing lesson, same fantasy. Horse, let's do that because that's similar to a unicorn. You always have to think about it. These tags are not only there to tell YouTube for which search terms you use this, but all the metadata, the main purpose is that YouTube understands the topic of your video. And this might help understand YouTube that horse and unicorn is kind of the same thing, assuming YouTube doesn't already know that. It could be the case, but to be sure, let's keep horse in there. How to is not very no one searches that alone, right? It's always how to do what. So how to draw is a good one. How to draw a unicorn step by step. Maybe how to draw a corn. We previously we searched a few search terms that were similar but too competitive, but here we have now the chance to add those to the list. How to draw a unicorn. Easy for kids. Maybe easy for kids. How to draw a unicorn. You had step by step. Maybe step by step for beginners is a good idea. Because longer tail things, that keywords that show up in the search results are a good idea as in addition for kids. And let's maybe just use another one, easy. Here we go. and how to draw step by step. Yeah, why not? That's good. How to. Kawaii, Japanese for cute, but I think you don't do the Japanese, right? So learn main pony, simple sketch, step by step. Why not? Steps, tutorial, unicorn. All right, this is now looking good. I mean, we could exploit the search bar suggestions a little bit more. Maybe you add an emoji, so let's add that as well. And with that, you have a quite good list of tags already. And let's look it up. All right, yeah, perfect. 100% relevancy, so you maxed it out. You're good to go to use this as your metadata for your video. And hopefully, I mean, as I said in the beginning, it's a bit of a gamble with those grades, but yeah, why not try that? All right. Any questions regarding that? All right. You're welcome, Draw for Kids. I think for this keyword term, he is using, it is 55%. Rodney, you're referring to what? All right. Moretto Outdoors, I did a previous search on keywords and the keyword phrases on a video, and they were top results, but your review shows that the tags as lows. From the other video you found, you mean? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have to always think like this. If you have to look at all the 4 grades separately. And I mean, all the other channels, even though they don't use Morningfame, obviously not everyone knows about this tool, but we can basically grade those videos as well. And sometimes the very big channels, they have a lot of ranking authority. So for subscribers, views, likes, and comments, they will get good grades, maybe A's and B's even. Yeah. They don't have to worry too much about relevancy because they have so much ranking power. If they just mention the target keyword in their title or in the description, or once in the tags even maybe, that might be already enough for YouTube to understand that this video should rank for the search term. And since they have so much ranking power, they rank there no matter what. They don't have to optimize their metadata for relevancy, because with so much power, they hog the big results anyway. But for us small channels, this optimization is very important because we don't have much ranking power. So if we don't do the optimization really good, we have much of a smaller chance to actually rank in the end. So we small channels really have to take care about that. Okay, Moretti Outdoors. To clarify, got a 24-hour review. Yeah, you mean the email you get 24 hours after you published a new video. Okay. Yeah. Your channel name tag shows 12 and the others were low. Okay, I see. It's what I do this all the time as well. I include in all my tag lists from all videos Morningfame as a tag. And obviously, I mean, for the own channel tag, usually it's easy to rank. Number 12, you probably rank number 12 because other videos of yours are ranking above that. And that is usually the case when you unfortunately don't have yet found a way to actually achieve something in rankings, and this is just common for small channels. Let me quickly check your size of the channel. Don't expect too much in the beginning. Yeah, you have 129 subscribers. You have good chances if you work really hard on your optimization, and as well, it's very important. I mean, you might rank in the first hour after publishing the video, but if the first viewers don't give you high watch times, then you lose this rank again, and after 24 hours, your rank will go low again. But in any way, at this point, it's really hard to get search terms that where your video is ranking. It's the same for me. I mean, nowadays it becomes a little bit easier as I am at a little over 700 subscribers, but still, it's quite hard to actually get that ranking. But that's usually what I see from all the channels on Morningfame and how their tags are ranking. Even though many of them optimize it quite good, the rankings for smaller channels are usually low. Only 1, 2, 3 tags actually achieve some rankings in the top 50. The others are low. But the more you grow, the easier it will get. First of all, because your channel has more authority and it's easier to rank. And second of all, of course, you became better at optimizing your metadata, targeting the right keywords. But the idea basically is, if you want to double check it a little bit, do one thing. Maybe you know what? I'm doing something for you. Let me give your copy. Let me check your tags. Yeah, I'm already. It's tough in the beginning, especially if you have a pause in there. But stay in there. I mean, you know what? If you optimize your videos right away now, yeah, your channel might have a rough start at this point, yeah. But did any of you experience it before? I mean, any channel I analyzed previously, it's a funny coincidence, a funny thing. Did you check the earliest videos those channels made? All of them are having high view counts, similar high view counts like the videos from the very recent time the channel does. But when this channel started out, they certainly didn't have that view count. It's like as your channel grows, even your older videos gain more views. So it's a good idea to optimize your metadata right away, because even if your videos are not ranking right now after 24 hours, later, a month, 2, 3 months, this will help you to finally get your videos then ranking again. Hopefully, at least. I mean, it depends on how well you grow, how fast you grow, as well as which keywords you targeted in the first place. I mean, some are so competitive, it takes you years until you achieve this level of ranking authority when you finally are able to rank for that. But in any way, let's have a look here. We are looking here at your latest video, right? This is what you're talking about. Your tag for your channel was 11, and the other ones were low. Okay, let's just take this one. Ah, damn it. I'm sorry. This just give me a second. let me search for that and how that looks like, because that's at this point a very important part, how the grades stack up at this point. Okay, my workflow is not very optimized yet. Okay, here we go. Here we have your channel, 129 subscribers, and let's just take this one, damn it. Looks an interesting thing and gives everyone else a good idea of what this video is about. All right. Okay, here we go. Here we have the ranking for that. That's for your channel, right? By the way. Okay, you have D for subscribers. That's looking good. E for views. That's starting to get a gamble. Likes and comments is an A. All right. This apparently looks really like something where you should be able to rank. I mean, it's all just chances. Yeah, there is no guarantee. But unfortunately, it seems that these other results are outpacing you. Let me check the averages. Okay. All right. That's unfortunate. I can only say at that point, this is a keyword that is something that I would try to approach to use as a target keyword, but it didn't work. I mean, sorry, I got puzzled here. The point is this: if you would use this keyword as your target keyword, then you might have a better chance. I mean, this is maybe an opportunity for you to update your metadata. Let me see. You actually bug out back review. You targeted this one instead. Bug out back review pre-pack. That is a longer tail one you have in the tags here. And this one is what you actually targeted. Okay, this is a good example. You gambled too high. You just gambled too high. This one is very bad grades. So having a ranking here is a high gamble. Yeah. So it's certainly a good idea to use longer tail keywords. And in this case, I would say pre-made bug out back review. Maybe, I don't know if that still is your target keyword, but this one looks a little bit better. It's still very competitive. Unfortunately, as it turns out, the tag that I just analyzed, bug out back review pre-pack, I think is not back review pre-pack. Sorry, that's not a search term that shows up here. So I wouldn't, even though it looks better in the results. Did I just do bug out back review pre-pack? Bug out back review pre-pack. It's showing different. Did I mistype anything? Anyway, let's just not get held up by that. This one looks much better, but it also doesn't give you much search traffic, as we can see that it doesn't show up here in the search results, search bar suggestions. So I wouldn't change the title in this here. Thank you. Bag pre-pack. That's the one we had before. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see, yeah. It's unfortunate that your tags are not ranking right now. It is a good idea if you choose those tags that you are looking up what appears in the search suggestions as well. Feel free to look up those rankings here as well in order to get a better grasp of which keywords also be helpful to use as tags. But in any way, it is important to choose the best you can take for your title, your target keyword. The one you chose, unfortunately, as I showed here before, is much too competitive. So this is unfortunately a little bit of a lost cause. Sorry, I was showing that and not the browser. All right. So yeah, be careful how to choose. Try a little bit out. It's all about chances. But if you focus on good grades, use the right keyword, and then optimize for high relevancy, you have the chance to highly increase your odds. So yeah, fingers crossed for the next one. All right, happy. You're welcome, Alvin Blocks. Hi, Creative Green. How are you doing? All right, I think I will wrap it up at this point. I have to pack for my vacation. I hope you learned a little bit here, and yeah, I hope you are continuing to enjoy the tool. Feel free to ping me anytime for ideas, suggestions, how I could optimize that. This is what you see. This tool is the core. It produces, what can I say? It does its job already, but there's a lot of things that I could smooth out to make your experience even better. So I really look forward to your feedback. I already got a ton of feedback that really helped my thinking of how to tailor it for you in the future. So so this is totally helpful. Thank you so much. And yeah, I think yeah, that's the last stream for the new year. So happy new year, everyone. I wish you all the best, and let's keep it rocking next year. Cheers, my friends. See you soon.